Here's the electronics plate I made for the Maxstone 8 upgrade. I have the two sidewinders on there with the receiver and the BEC. The sidewinders have been programmed for brush motors, along with a little bit of drag brake and a little bit more reverse power than stock. I wanted to be able to get a little bit more speed on the reverse. A ton of soldering. Had to solder on all the Traxxas connectors to the ESC. I had to solder this connector together to connect the ESCs to the main power source, along with the BEC to the power source. The two receivers will be mounted, routed together with the Y connector, and those will go to the receiver. Two servos will be coming in from each side, routed to the receiver with a Y connector. And also we have the motors here in the back with extra long. These are about 13 inches with the Castle bullet connectors on the ends. And that's for either side, motors on either side. When I pull the existing motors, I'll use the same pinions. If I don't like the pinions that are on there, I'll go get Robinson Racing gears. Was already thinking about putting a lower pinion, one tooth lower in the rear to help dissipate cloud stall, but I think I might see how much of a problem that is before I start trying to address it. I noticed it with the stock configuration, but I have various input on whether or not more power to the rear will help this issue, so we'll see once I run it. And if so, I'll drop the pinion size in the rear. And that's pretty much it for the electronics. Real simple setup. Once I get these wires tucked away real nicely and get this mounted, then I'll go from there and see how it all works. Something I forgot to mention, here's my Y connector. This will be the side I plug into the receiver, and this one in particular is for the two ESCs. I've removed the red wire. That's the power that powers the BEC. In order to install the Castle BEC, they ask for you to remove the red wire. So that's what I've done on the Y connector versus doing it on both BECs. On both ESCs. That way the ESCs remain intact, and they're still not transmitting any signal through the red wire. So just pull that wire. It's folded back under that shrink wrap, so if I ever need to use the Y harness again for something else, I can just clip off that shrink wrap and reinstall the pin, and the Y harness will be good again. The servo Y harness is regular old deal, nothing changed, no alterations or anything. Just plug it in, one side into the receiver and the other sides into each servo. So I know it's a mess, but I got it working. Everything's fine. Everything works just like it's supposed to. Got a 3S here, and that automatically powers the BEC, so both servos are working. And then a flick of the power switch on one of the ESCs activates both, and both motors are turning now. I'm not sure if they're both turning the same direction. I'll find out. Also, one of the ESC's light is blinking much harder than the other, so we'll figure that out. But the electronics are working.